How much for something? Today I'm going to make some stuffed chicken breast, and I'm going to stuff it with spinach and Swiss cheese and some herbs and garlic, and also some, what frig kind is this? Chive and onion cream cheese. So I'm going to mix up the cream cheese and the spices, and I'm going to pick all the stems off the spinach and get it mixed up in a bowl, and I'll show you once I've got it in the bowl. So I'm just going to kind of give it a light tear up so they're not as big as leaves. So you don't want to fucking take a bite of it and have a fucking hot piece of spinach leaf fucking fall down on your lip, and then you get a big dirty fucking herpy burn lip on yourself. So I think I'm going to use half of the cream cheese just to see where we're at. Never made this before, and I'm just going on my own kind of what I think might be tasty. Let's get rid of this shit. Woody would love all these stems. Alright, so I've got some dried onion, red onions, and some dried salad herbs and stuff. I've never used these before, so I thought I'd give them a go, see what they're all about. A little bit of garlic, and I'm going to split some cheese in half and then lay the cheese on there and then spread in the mixture. And then after this is all made, I'm going to split the chicken breast kind of in half, but I'll show you how I'm doing that. And then I'm going to do a double bread. I'm going to use some shake and bake, the herb and parmesan crust, and then I'm going to also do some panko. So I'll have to get the egg and milk wash bath bullshit out, and you'll also need a few toothpicks to hold them shut. So let's add some of this shit. As you can see, no ketchup or brown sugar in this one. This smells not so bad. See where we're at with that. Take a saunt of this stuff. It's called Lighthouse Salad Herb Blend. Instantly fresh. 1 teaspoon of this stuff equals 1 teaspoon of fresh. And this one's got parsley, red onion, chive, shallots, garlic, dill. Yeah. Not so bad. This would be good for spinach dip and stuff too. Oh my goodness. They're just carrying on out there. I'll have to do some fucking sneak investigations and gotta get a spoon. Get the salt. So we'll just go with maybe, a teaspoon of garlic. It's in oil, and you don't want to, go too much with it. So we'll just mix that all around, and you might want to wait till the cream cheese is a little bit softer. But it's not too bad, because in my new fancy pant fridge, I got a fucking special drawer for it now. My other fridge sucked a dick and sucked terrible. Yeah. So get this all mixed up. The chicken's cut open. And he's all stuffed up. So I added the other half of the cream cheese, because why wouldn't I? Right, Bill? Why the fuck wouldn't we? So now I'm going to make a pocoot in the chicken and stuff the shit out of them. Alright, so when you're doing your chicken, you want to, before you start cooking it, make sure you take off all the bits you don't want on it. Right, Bill stuff? So, I've taken off most of the schmutz. And I'm just going to get rid of that little gnarly fucking blood clot looking thing. Disgusting. So you just want to go in on your chicken, and the previous one I've done here, you just make a tiny little slit like this. You stick it in on an angle, and then you just kind of slowly cut like this, and then pull your knife out. That way you can then make a pocket to stuff your thing in there, and all the schmig's not gonna like come oozing out big time, just a little hole, and then you just perform surgery with a toothpick and push it through, and that will help keep it closed and when you bread it and then cook it. So I'm gonna get these all hacked up. I'll show you how to do one here. You just want to, you know, go at the best angle. So you want to go in where it's kind of thick, stick it in, and then just kind of gently guide your knife. And you know, I'm no fucking Martha cigarette butt here, so just going on my own fucking shit here, and then pull it out, and you should have a pocket that's not cut through to the other side. You just want to take it slow and gentle, and got 2 more to go, and then you just I don't want to cross cigarette butt too much here, so I'm going to finish up the meat and then wash my hands up, clean up a little bit, and then start the stuffing process. Alright, so I've got extra piping bags here handy because I like to do cake decorating and stuff. So if you've got one of these, it makes things a lot handier. And if you don't, if you've got a Ziploc bag or like a freezer bag, they work too. You just cut the corner off. So before I use this, I'm going to kind of fold up and slide in, disgusting, into the chicken, so then it will lay flat. And then I'm going to pipe into the chicken. So you just want to take your chicken in, find your hole, do a little stuffing into there. You know, take a little bit of time, but you just finesse it kind of in the hole. If you don't got time for this, you can make your slit a little bit bigger, but you know, if you want all your stuffing to stay in, you just gotta take your time and make it look nice. So you just got to get it in there, and then you just want to try to get it as flat as you can, as long as it's in there. Then you take your piping, I'm doing everything backwards here so you can saw it, and just squish it in, and you'll see it start to kind of puff up. Just want to make sure it's in the directions, all the words. Give it a good squeeze, and then just kind of, you know, make sure there's enough in there. You know, you can always go back after you've filled up all your chicken and then just fill it a little bit more. So then once everything's done there, it's all pretty much all filled there, it's nice and stuffed and plump. And so I'm just going to go through and do them all, and then I'll show you the breading process. Gotta wash my hands. So as you can see, all I've done is just closed it up with a toothpick. If you need a little bit more room to close it up, you can just kind of flip over the tenderloin part of the chicken and help close it up with that. But it shouldn't be you know, too hard to, and you just kind of do like a weave tack, you know. Might need a couple And you just want to remember, that one's not going to work. You just want to remember to make sure you take out the toothpicks afterwards. Or at least let people know that they're in there. Because that would suck biting down on a toothpick. Big time. Alright, so you just, last one, just make sure the stuff's in there. And then just close it up best you can. There we go. Voila! Clean up once again. So I've got my chicken breasts all ready to go, toothpicks in, and I've got my breading station. So it's a little bit of flour, and I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to it before I start the egg. And there's just a little bit of milk in there. And I've mixed the shake and bake and the panko crumbs together, and then I'm just going to put it into the casserole after I'm done. The trick is to always have like a, use for all the wet kind of thing, and then have like a dry hand, so then you always kind of have so then you don't end up with a big clump of shit all over your hands every time. Let's try to give you a quick saunt. Down. Alright. Chicken breast. And put it in the flour. I'm gonna bang it off a little bit. And then into the other chicken. The egg. Give that a little bit of a stir. Get it all coated. And then into the panko crumbs. Just want to make sure you get it all nice and coated. Nice and coated. As you can see, and then into the pan. And then you just want to follow that process and then stick it in the oven for 350. Like I said, I've never made it before, so I'm just going to go until the chicken's nice and tender. I would say, maybe an hour and a bit. And you just got to keep checking on it. So that's what they look like all done up, and I'm just going to leave them uncovered and put them in the oven for an hour. Let's start with an hour at 350, and I'm pretty excited to see how they turned out. Everybody's loitering in the kitchen. You must be hungry. Everybody's in the kitchen. Let's check this out. Oh my goodness.
Where'd you jump?
Spinach dip stuffed chicken.
Is it mesmerizing or not?
What'd you get? So it's like an anniversary picnic.
Yeah.
Not nearly as cool as your pickled dice though.
Those are fucking bad.
They're more in the cucumber department. Hey, they're a little big, but
A little big.
I just have to make little smaller ones.
That's not as cool as your stupid cucumber pickles.
Buddy.
I didn't just sew different types of fabric together and melted the metal.
Oh, look who's not eating tonight.
Foxy. No.
How much is something? So here we go. Spinach dip stuffed chicken, rice mashed potatoes, broccoli with Parmesan cheese. And that's what it looks like when you bust into it. Pretty excited for the boys to try it. I'm excited for you to get into it.
Must be.
I've never made it before. Might be like eating over at Bills's.
Must be.
Poor Bill's every time. We'll let him get into it and then we'll saunt it. How you doing, buddy?
Not
You haven't even
bad.
started yet, have you?
I'm just slowly letting it cool a little bit.
Well, you're just letting it cool a little bit.
A little bit. How are now?
Your best.